Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a picture in the Wildwood Soiree. I'm probably pronouncing that last one wrong. I'm going to use some Tombows to do this little fox. Sir Whimbleton Pennyfield is his name. I've got out some foxy colors. This one is number 990 and the name to that is Light Sand, and we're just going to kind of go around in some highlighted areas here and put down some color. And we'll get a start on this page. So how is everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. Get in his ear here too. Might put a little pink in that, I don't know. So that we come down with color right around in this area. And the rest of this is white down here. We are going to put a little of this under his mouth and bring that color down a little bit. Just a little bit down there. This bow here should have a little tie under here, so we're going to put a little of that color like that. We're also going to add some of this into his bow. Okay. He's got on a like a jacket here with two-tone. It's like a leather on the back and then comes down with the lapel here. So we're going to add a little of this color in here also. And you don't see it very much on the other side, but we're going to put a little bit over to here. Okay. Hat is green. Feather's got plumage on it. There we go. I think that might be enough of that color. I'm going to go in with 991. And that is a light ochre. It's going to have a little orange to it. Next color we're going to use is 946, and that is Gold Ochre. Next color is 947. Let's see if we can get to 947 is Burnt Sienna, browner tone. Something like that. Last color I'm bringing in is 969. And 969 is... I have no idea. 969 chocolate. So even a darker brown. Okay, I think that's good enough with that. Maybe a little more up here, bring some of that down. Then we're going to bring in some pencils, basically in the same color family. So in the ochres, chocolates, so the gold ochres, the light ochres, sand. I don't know if we have sand in here, but we will see what we have that's close to sand. So I'm just pulling out the polys. So we want our ochres. So we have a light yellow ochre, a brown ochre, let's see, what are you? A burnt ochre. So far we're matching these colors. I don't know if you can see that. So our light ochre is going to be kind of this one that we used. That'll match our other ochres probably. Oh, don't drop stuff. This one here. Pencil tip is what I'm going after here. This one will match this one. And we have this one here to match, which is also a nice light color. So we're going to see what we find. Those are greens, so dark chrome yellow, we'll go with that one. And our sand color. Oh, you look good. What are you? Dark Naples ochre. Yeah, kind of matches that one. They're not exact, but they're going to be close enough for me to work with. So we're just going to move the Tombows out of the way. Bring in our first color, which is going to be our sandy color. What I'm going to do is move the camera down, and I'm also going to sharpen all these pencils so you don't have to hear it. So hold on. Okay, we're going to bring in the light yellow ochre first. Oops. Okay, bring in brown ochre. Going to bring in now burnt ochre. Some of these other colors are going to be too light, so I need to get a darker color. Pretty sure I have a chocolate in here. But we're going to bring out the Walnut Brown, Bister, then Dyck Brown, and then take some time looking and see if I actually have a chocolate. I know one of my sets has a chocolate brown. It's a nougat. Bring in some burnt sienna too. So some darker shades. We're going to need to get him a little darker. So Walnut Brown here in the darkest areas. You obviously know I did not sharpen that one. And I need to. Kind of getting into the point where we might need to add in some lines here. Hold on a moment. Sorry, noise outside. We're going to bring in some burnt sienna. Bring in the Bister. And a little bit of the Dyck Brown. Need to sharpen that a little bit. Putting in little lines here. Okay, we're going to get a very light gray out. I'm going to go with the warm grays. This is warm gray one. And we're going to put some color down in the white fur. And we're going to throw some up in the ear up here. Then we'll get a little darker color. Put a point on that one. This is warm gray 3. We'll just darken up some areas here. Put a little more pressure on some of those areas and bring them up higher, leaving white empty space in there. Okay, going to bring in a tiny bit of black. Remember, we're going to make a bow in here, so we're going to bring that kind of through here. That will be his part of the bow here. So we'll have the fur coming up from that. And it'll be tucked into it instead of coming over. So we've darkened that area up. We'll get some white. This is the Holbein 501 soft white, and we're going to bring some of that in there. It'll cover up some of those black lines that are in the page that I don't want. And it'll also break up the hair that we have going on down here. Okay. Bring it up into the face. Again, putting some pressure on to cover up some of those black lines. I'm going to bring it up a little bit in here. Then very softly go over some areas. Go back over those with our darker colors. This one happens to be the Burnt Ochre. And we're just going to go into that. Okay. Let's see, we'll bring in some of the dark Naples. Just going to darken some of those areas up. Okay, we're going to bring in a little bit of I'd say Posca, but it's a Thule art. It's white. I don't know where my Posca pens are. That doesn't look like it's coming out white. Gotta shake that up a little more. There we go. Okay, we're going to add a little white up in this area here. Up in his ear. Just a little extra hair up there. We're going to use that to come up into this fur here. If you start down here and pull, you get the thinner lines coming up into the fur. If you do it the other way, you're going to get the solid point, and then you have to go in and work on it. That's why I'm going up backwards. Just pull it all the way through here. We'll darken those over there. We're going to darken a little bit up here too. So let's just pick a color here. The burnt sienna. So any of these that you just want to knock back or add a little color to, just do it very lightly. Go in between those lines, then you can keep your lines there. Okay, we're going to get a little bit of a yellow color. Maybe a little brighter than that one. Don't know if that's brighter. Well, it's browner. About you. You're going to be too pastel-y, aren't you? Well, we're going to use this one, 62. We're going to put a little yellow in the eye here. Just add it somewhere else too, just because I need to have a little. It's just my need. I need to have a little of that color somewhere else. Leave it out on the desk. Okay. We didn't use that one. I'm gonna get whatever this is, light yellow glaze. Looks bright. I don't know if it will be. Not much. Let's see if we erase a little color out of there. That looks a little better. Okay, we're going to darken up his eye with black. Doesn't matter if we go over those edges or not. And darken that up a little bit. Oops. I'm going to darken this little bit here. And then we're going to add those dots back into his eyes. And get some green gold. Just gonna add that in there. Brighten his eye up a little bit. Okay. Get a little blue, a nice soft light blue. Sorry, I have to keep erasing or sharpening. This is light cobalt blue. Just gonna put a little on that side. Put a little down in here. Put it someplace else. I don't know where yet. Band of his hat. We'll add some in there. Okay. Okay, we're just going to lightly put in some white up here too. Okay, back in with a darker color. And a little black. There we go. That was just a micron pen, number 5. I'm going to get his hand down here too. His hands are black, so that's kind of an easy thing. You're going to want to leave a little white in there just so you know where the highlights are. You can go back in and use a Posca on that, or just a white pencil. But we do want it to kind of look like fur, so we're trying to get the edges dark and then bring in lines. Always nice to have loud noises while I'm filming, isn't it? At least the sawing from our neighbor is done. Okay. It's got little toenails there, but they don't need to be that big. We'll darken this side a bit more. Okay, then we're going to bring in go with the darker gray here. 6. Okay, and then tiny bit of Payne's gray in there too. We have another pot to do down there too. I'm gonna make that pot just a little bit bigger here. It's also going to go in his fur, so you won't be seeing a whole bunch of that. Take a little bit of the Holbein white. We're just going to add some fur marks in there. Just rub it a little bit. So you have your highlights, your lowlights. The other paw will be done the same way. Just the black in here. Just going to base it up here so we know that's a paw. But I'll color it up the same way as that one. A little gray. Okay, and when we do the fur, because we're going to do a lot of work on the fur here, we'll be bringing some of that down and over the paw. Get that to curl a little bit. Okay, I'm going to just add a little bit more fluff up here. It's not quite as white as I want it. We'll add in the gray down here when that dries. Just going to pull some up. I'm going to bring in another color here. Let's see. It's a little too red. That's a little too orange. I want something in between orange and... Ooh, what are you? Sanguine. Okay, we took that one out. We didn't use it. We're going to use a little sanguine. I have to sharpen it. After we do this little bit, I'm going to have to call it. And we'll be done for today. Throw a little of that in his paw. Just very lightly putting it in down here. Okay, I want a little darker in some spots. So we're going to bring in the chocolate. probably not my best bet. I'll go in with this one first, which isn't the chocolate, but it's a darker color. Okay, and around his eye here. Let that dry. Could spend all day on this. Of course, that's what I like to do. Okay. Well, that's how I'm going to leave it for today. And I will see you in the next part. I will leave a picture at the end of the video. You can see it without the lights on. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. As always, leave any questions you have in the comments section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Take care, everyone. Bye now.